It's for all you who follow scripture. Hold on. Did you ever hear about this before?
I have.
Did you ever hear? This is the website, and you can look up the videos down there at the bottom, and there's a curvature formula. It gives you everything that's on the banners. So take a look at it. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, 511. That was, look, I'm already getting low on cards. Boy, I'm glad I packed a lot today. And I should cover up. Use my coat to cover up. Hey, excuse me. Did you ever hear this before? Now you can look it up. Okay. So you got to get them right away. Can't give them time to think. So, over at the Science Center, there's no overhang there, but there is over there. Hey!
Hello.
Did you hear this before?
No.
You can look that up. There's a website on the back, you can look it up. This map on the front is, thank you. That's the flat earth map. North Pole's in the center, like a dinner plate or a pizza. And Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge, and that's what they don't want you to know. See? There's an Antarctic treaty. Wait till when you start going into this, you're going to be amazed at all the stuff that's going on. But the moon landing was all a big hoax. Yeah, they never landed on the moon. Matter of fact,
said that during the Cold War, we just tried to beat the Russians because they were sent into space first.
yeah.
We tried to beat them during the Cold War, but they're saying that it's a controversy. So
It's bigger than that. It's much bigger than that. See? We went to see that movie, First Man, 3 of us, and we did a movie review. You can find that on my channel. I'm on this website, so you'll find my channel, Maryland Spirit Level, and then you can watch that movie review. But the horizon is always at your eye level, even if you're up in an airplane, no matter how high you go. So that means that you, no matter where you are on a globe, everything should go down from there. So when you are looking at the horizon at eye level, it's not going down. So that's 2 planes coming together.
Well, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. I've actually seen that.
The Earth is cubed, and we all know.
If you have an intelligent question, I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
But like, how would you explain the moon being round?
Well, we see a circle. We see a moon circle. We never saw the back of it. So we don't know if it's spherical.
Well, I've seen
Even the
like,
Earth is round.
Yeah. People say that, oh, the Earth is like a flat disc.
Well, we don't know the disc part either. It could be like an egg.
It
Could be infinite. I don't know that. All I know is we go to Antarctica, and that's the farthest we know.
Yeah, because my cousin said that, oh, the Earth is like a disc. It's like this. It's just like you know, like a frisbee.
Yeah, but I don't know the bottom.
Like,
all I know is the surface, okay? And the surface, if you look at these reflection experiments, reflection experiments prove that it's a flat surface. That's what's reality right there. You'll see all these pictures on the video on the back. But this is reality, isn't it? Yeah. Here, if it was curved, you would only see a spot. If you curve the paper, go up to a light bulb, all you see is a spot. You don't see a line. Only when it's flat do you see the line.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well,
so
it's true, yeah.
All these things are true. So at what point do you say, I don't believe it's a sphere anymore?
Well, I mean, like, I still think the Earth is round, you know.
Like a sphere?
Yeah.
Because,
like, it's like we think about rotation, we think about, like, you know, like, me, I believe in the higher power, which is God.
Me too.
He made the Earth round. I believe it. You know, even it mentions it in the Bible, the Earth is round.
Yeah, in Isaiah?
In Isaiah, exactly.
Okay, there's 2 verses in Isaiah. One says a ball, the other says a circle. Isaiah knew the difference between a ball and a circle. Did you ever hear this before?
Please, you're out of your mind.
No, I'm not. I'm smarter than you. I try to get them all, you know, what? You can't say that. So, but that didn't work on him.
Yeah,
Is he a teacher?
don't.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I wouldn't know if he is a teacher.
He's a hippie throwback. So anyway, what was I talking about now? Yeah, the ball in the circle. Mm-hmm. There's a difference, yeah. And Isaiah knew the difference. So why would he use? You have to look at those verses again.
Yeah, but also God uses the word around the earth also. So
here's the earth. Here's around.
Well,
that's circumnavigate. Circum is circle, right? If you go on a sphere, that's still a circle. So I'll give you that one.
But how do you know if there's a bottom?
We don't know the bottom.
What?
All we know is Antarctica. Now we do know the circumference of the equator, 24,901. So everything above the equator on the globe goes to a point, and they say it goes to a point below. So we got to figure out what's the curvature formula. That's right here. Okay? So then when we're in Wildwood, we should not see Atlantic City, 32.6 miles away. It should be hidden under 681 feet of curvature. We should be looking through the water to see it. No, it's not. We see it.
Well, I mean, wait. Well, Atlantic City is like literally right next to...
well, there's Avalon and there's Ocean City between.
Yeah, and then you got Cape May, you got Ocean City, and then you got
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, and then Wildwood.
No, Wildwood's down below.
Right
Wildwood,
near Cape May, right?
Cape May, Wildwood, Avalon, Ocean City.
Okay.
I go down there. You can see my videos.
If you're probably looking like that, probably I can get that. Yeah, it should be like it should be round like that. That I can get. But who knows? Probably we're on the same horizon at the same time. You know what I mean?
No, I don't get that. The video's down at the bottom. You can look it up. Yes, sir. I can answer your questions.
Well, I'm just going to go back inside because I have classroom.
Okay, that's okay. Well, thanks. What's your name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey? Marilyn. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Okay, take care. What else would you do on your birthday? But do something that you love. Telling people the truth. What else would you do? What else but make something that makes you happy? I mean, really. There's nothing better in the world than doing this. And why everybody's not out doing this, I will have no clue. Why wouldn't they come out? Hey, did you ever hear this before? There's videos down at the bottom. You can start your journey. I can answer your questions. Scientific evidence. Not interested, right? See, sometimes you have to challenge. Let's see. You don't want to hurt them, the poor babies. Even these kids in scientific school, they have the science major. You know, they think, oh, I'm smarter than everybody else. But really? Hello? No, they're not. Not smarter. Take one of those. Look it up. Thanks. Thank you. So what was I talking about? Yeah, 511 is a good thing. Everybody who has a question about the government, what they're doing, and it's not anarchy. This is not anarchy. You got to realize that, because we want to have government, but we want the government that's of the people, by the people, for the people. So I'm going to say this again. We want government. Governments are instituted by God, and that's a good thing. But it's when government's out of control and they don't follow the law. If the government were to follow the law, like, holy cow. Hey, can I give you one of my cards here? Thanks. And there's a video down at the bottom. You can look that up and start your journey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. governments were instituted by God, but then the Commerce Clause has allowed these criminals to go way beyond their representative authority, which they are doing. Yeah, it's not funny because it's absolutely true. I've been studying it for 2.5 years. This, the flat Earth. Yes. I had to take the chance that you were laughing at it. Here, why don't you take one?
I was actually having a conversation.
I know, I'm sorry. I take chances. Hey there, how are you? You teacher here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Student here.
Oh, really? Good. I was a student here in ~75. So I'm out here telling people the facts about the flat Earth. And if you go here,
Okay.
you see everything that's on my banners.
Okay.
But see, when I'm here, then you can ask me a question and I can direct you or guide you in the right area. What's your first thing you say? What's your objection to the Earth being a flat plane as opposed to a globe? No, really. I mean, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, this lady's crazy, or?
No. I just came out from a exam and.
Oh yeah, so your brain is fried, right? Okay.
I took something to eat.
There you
when
go.
I'm driving, and that's it. I don't want to think.
Okay, don't think, but go home and then watch the videos and look into it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Relaxing time.
Yeah, good. Have a good day.
Getting in my steps.
There you go. You have one of those bracelets on your... All right. Hi. Can I give you one of my cards?
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a video on the back, the website, you can look it up.
All right.
Thank you. Did you ever hear that before?
No.
You can look this up when you get home. Do you have a question about, you think this is crazy, or... Did you ever hear of it? What did you think?
Oh.
How can somebody, I guess I'm a religious nut or something?
Yeah.
Well, look at all this information. It's scientific. Did you know that even in an airplane, that the horizon is at your eye level?
Oh, wow.
You never look down to see the horizon. Did you know that? Hey, guys, you found me. Did you get one of these before?
No.
There you go. Hey, here you go, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. He said there would be more people up here, but I'm wondering, did he lead me astray?
Well, last time there were people here, there were approximately 70 that just stayed the whole time, so depends.
I think they're still in class.
It's kind of awful
What do you mean? Oh, like just normally this time people are hanging out here, or?
No, like the people came out here and spoke right here, and there were
Oh,
at least
But that
70
what was the
people participating.
topic?
Anti-gay.
It was.
Oh, anti-gay stuff? Oh
It
my.
It was.
Here you go. Can I give you this?
Thank you.
Sure.
Nope.
Nope, don't want to think today, right?
Quote unquote Christians.
Ah, that's
that
tough.
were-
That's tough.
Yeah, they were just intentionally inflaming the people here that could be easily angered.
Yeah. Hey, can I give you a card?
Oh, no thanks. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, well, look into it first. Hey, can I give you a card? Come on, just look into it. Read the card. Come on. So, yeah, I'm just giving scientific evidence, you know, like this, you know. Look, I take this down to the Ocean City when we go down there. And there's your curvature calculations. So, here, can I give you a card? Can I give you a card? You can look into it. Hey, sir, can I give you a card? On the back, there's a website. You can look it up. Flat Earth. The Earth is flat. The horizon's always at your eye level. Can I give you a card?
I'm okay, thank you.
No, you're not okay unless you know you live on a flat plane. Here, you can just look it up yourself. How's that? Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have a question, guys, or no?
No.
All right.
I'll look on the thing.
Good job. I think they will. I think they're interested. So that's a good thing. Gosh, I hope I'm still recording. Thank God. You know, sometimes it just stops and... Yeah, this is a little different than when I went here. Hey there.
Hi.
Ever hear this before? Were you out here?
I wasn't out here.
You look familiar. Okay. This is my topic. And holy cow. Baphomet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wrestling promotion out in California.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Baphomet. You know he has boobs.
I know.
Yeah. That's why all these transgenders are like so in vogue now. They want to be like Baphomet. Like it's something good. I don't know. I don't see it as good, but that's their... Do you have any questions on the flat Earth? Do you ever wonder about it? Do you ever think about it? Never heard about it, did you?
I have.
Oh, what'd you hear?
I've heard that
You can look it up yourself. No? You've heard that what?
I've heard it's mostly anecdotal evidence.
You can look it up
Based
yourself.
on-
Well, let me give you like, what, 3 facts.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Well, first off, this is the flat Earth map right here on the front.
All right.
North Pole's in the center.
All right.
And Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. This is off of a map that was in the Boston Library. Okay? So, azimuthal equidistant. Gleason's. And all these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. Now, why would they do that? They could have put it on there a number of ways. So, here we got the curvature formula, which is the second thing on your card down here. And we found that by using the equator, which is 24901, and the Pythagorean theorem. This is how we came up with this. And it's been checked. So this is Chicago, Cross Lake, Michigan, 60 miles. You should not see Chicago. According to the formula, that should be 1,700 feet. That would be a 170-story building. No, we can see right down the bottom. In fact, we had a guy get in a speedboat and go all the way across, and it didn't change. So yeah, hi. So yeah, I have a card. You can have one of these. That's all I got. And then there's a formula at the websites at the bottom. So here, if this is what you see in reality is a sunset with the line. That's what you see, right? So if you take a card and you bend it and you make it curved and go up to a light bulb, you see a spot. That's what you have right here, a spot. So if the Earth is curved, you should really just see a spot on the water. You shouldn't see the line. The line only comes when it's flat. The line comes when it's flat. So what else do we got? Here we got, these are called star trails. You know what star trails are?
Yes.
Okay, so you leave your aperture open on the camera and go around Polaris. Okay, so now what do they teach us in school? That. They teach us that the sun is moving and the Milky Way is moving and it's all going through this infinite universe and all the planets are spiraling around trying to catch up. So that's what we get. Do you think you'll have this from that? I don't. I don't. And this, I'm objecting to the evidence they're giving us. This is Antarctica, very high ice wall, and the land is very high there. So that's like the edge of the bathtub. Holds in the water. Perspective is something you're going to have to study. Perspective. When you go in the airplane and the horizon is at your eye level, that's because 2 planes are coming together. Like this. 2 planes coming together. And depending on where you are in that, okay, that will determine how far you can see. But it will always be at your eye level because it's a flat plane. Now look, you know these railroad tracks continue, but you can't see them. They all end. This would be a vanishing point. This is, where's the vanish? Oh, okay. These are all vanishing points. Vanishing line is like a straight horizon without anything, yeah, without anything on the sides. Okay. This is all like scientific evidence. So it's really interesting to look into it.
I have a question.
Sure.
I've studied art. The whole point of a vanishing point is the idea that it never ends. How does that, you're saying it does end because the Earth is flat, but the whole point of a vanishing point is that it never ends.
Okay, it only ends because we can't see past it.
Just because we have the naked eye, we can't see that.
Correct. But we do have these cameras now that, like the P1000, P900, and they can zoom in on a ship that's gone over the so-called curve. And you can look that up. To say ship's gone over the curve and it'll bring it back into focus. See? Why? Okay, you'll find 3 videos on my I've been to Stockton University, New Jersey. I've been to Temple, and I've been to Penn State, Abington. Okay, and you can hear all those guys' questions. Why am I here? Because I was invited down to Penn State by one of the students. So,
You at Temple as well?
no, we just went there. But we had an amazing day. I had another guy with me. He's from New Jersey. And he does his presentation a little bit different. His name is Zoom Truth. So if you like, you know, a little bit of excitement, he's very exciting. I'm just all about the science.
How is gravity inconsistent?
Well, because of centrifugal force. Centrifugal force. We have a spinning ball, right? That's what we are told in school. Spinning ball. So that means if there's an axis through it, the equator is spinning 1,000 miles an hour. Because the equator is 24,901. So about 1,000 miles an hour.
What's force exactly?
Okay, centrifugal force means...
No, what is force? Not centrifugal.
Well, you're not even listening to my...
No,
why don't we weigh less at the equator if it's spinning that fast than up here? No, we don't.
They do weigh less
No,
at the equator because
that's baloney.
no, they do. If anything, you're floating. If anything, like you're floating ever so slightly.
Is there a reason?
Really?
Because you're going so
You know
fast.
what? Guess who was on the first board of NASA?
Who?
Walt Disney. Mr. Fantasy himself. So be careful what you're told. Unless you can prove it for yourself by other means. I would look at, if you believe that with your whole heart, then look at why you can see Atlantic City from
Why
Wildwood.
does Disney
Really.
being on NASA's board.
Mr. Fantasy. Mr. Fantasy himself.
You mean someone who liked to have let children play childhood?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, look at the scientific evidence on there. No, really. Look that up right there, that website.
That's why.
So, I mean, I have 200 proofs here, down here at the bottom. This is the video you'll find. So if you can come up with 200.
So you can support that with math, right?
Absolutely.
If you're using math.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Curvature formula right there. Why don't you come up with a curvature formula? 24.
Why don't you?
I did. It's right here. 24,901 is the equator. Okay. This is how we came up with it. Pythagorean theorem. Right here. You can look at this box. If you like math, you'll love this. Okay.
It doesn't say that here.
All right, in the blue part. Right there.
It says curvature formula
Right there.
8.
What does that mean exactly?
8 inches times a mile squared.
Why would you use inches?
You can't.
Because that's what we came up with.
No, but why would you use it?
How would you determine the miles then?
Well, you can figure that out by going on Google Earth. Well, you have a question of intelligence? Do you have an intelligent question? Give it back to me, asshole. And I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have called you that.
I wouldn't say that.
Wait,
So,
no, why?
so what?
Why? Everything else in science, every other country uses...
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They do.
They use what?
They
ahead.
use centimeters and meters and the metric system.
Oh, you're going to argue about that?
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, why?
Because we've lost the rocket ships because some scientists were using inches instead of centimeters. That's why.
Oh, my goodness.
Big difference.
I'm going to tell you something else that's going to blow your mind, okay? Or else you think I'm crazy. Is that we never went to the moon. There is no such thing as an outer space. The only thing that's outer space could possibly be beyond Antarctica. That's what we're surmising by this.
Then why has nobody gone past the edge?
Oh, they have. Admiral Byrd went there in the 50s. Then when he discovered something in Antarctica, they quickly came up with the Antarctic Treaty. You got to look up the Antarctic Treaty because that prevents us from going past the 60th parallel.
You mean besides the fact there's a ton of oil up there? It also stops Russia from going up there as well.
No, Russia signed it on. They're all signed on together. Since the 50s, there has been no legitimate wars. I can guarantee that because they all signed on the Antarctic Treaty. It's not to prevent any one country. It's to prevent the people and the authorities or the elitists.
That gets away from the
That
main
separates us. In all countries, that's what separates us.
point. Yes, but that gets away from the main point. You can't win on this front because...
Why? Tell me a scientific question. Give me one.
What exactly is a scientific question under your definition?
Well, something that is pertaining to what we're talking about here. Pick out one
What is
block
force?
and we'll talk about it.
What is force?
Force. force.
Yes, what is force? You can't tell me what centrifugal force is or gravity is if you don't understand what force is. What is force?
And do I have to give you a textbook definition, or you're just going to reject what I say? I don't have a textbook definition.
It's what it is to you. What is force?
Something that acts upon something else.
Ooh, that is a problem. So are you saying to me that force is
The force of water?
acting on a people? Because that is way too broad.
Okay, so now you're going to a philosophical question. I'm not going to have a debate like on a philosophical. It has to be something related to one of these blocks here, and it has to be something that we can like look at. I mean, you can't just pull something out of the air. Why are you going philosophical? Because you can't deal with the real science here? Why are you doing that?
It's not really
Actually,
it's not really philosophical.
Okay, then what is the formula for force? Tell me exactly what the formula for force is.
You're welcome.
And then tell me exactly how...
There's stuff on the back here.
This situation is completely devoid of logic.
I don't care.
It's just gonna, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
doing this because I find...
Because you have nothing better to do and you're...
There's a reason that she only
What
wants
is
you to
that?
ask questions about
Which what?
what's on here. Because
Okay, so that is
anything outside of
reflection,
that,
light reflection.
But
So if
on
you...
a curve,
Yeah, if it's curved, you curve the paper, glossy paper, go up to a light bulb, you see a spot. That's what you get. But if it's flat, you go like that up to a light bulb, you get the line. And this is what we get in reality is the line. So that means that that water's flat. It's not curved. That's what that means. And look, it goes right onto the flat table. You have to try that at home.
yeah, I'll have to try that.
I've done it.
What if it depends on the distance, though? That if you're far enough away from the light bulb,
Well,
it does come out straight.
Okay, so the sun is farther, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, but it only reflects here where we can see it near us?
No,
I mean,
but if
logically
you tried
think
it with
about
the
that.
light bulb, if you tried doing
No.
it farther away...
I did it to where I could see it. Yeah, that's all I
Have
did
you
it.
taken any
But you
physics?
should, yeah.
Which physics?
But I'm a lot older than you guys.
I don't care. What physics have you taken?
In college, I took a physics
What
course.
physics? What physics exactly? Did you take mechanics? Or what did you take? Did you take modern physics? Because that is a whole
They
different
call
world.
them things. They call them different names now. All those courses have
What was
different
the name of
names
the
now.
course?
because they attack different parts of the whole.
Just Physics 101, basic. That's all I took. I did not pursue it. My son was a physics major, but and my dad was a pilot and a math teacher. So I don't know. I just took a basic course in that. I was not
Because
going
you
in
still
that
haven't
direction.
answered what force is.
I told you what I thought force was. All right? That's all I can do.
What's the difference between centrifugal force and normal force?
Centrifugal force and normal force. Centrifugal force has a direction to it.
Are you saying that in comparison to normal force?
Did you get a card?
Good.
I know you're having trouble with this.
What are you talking about?
I know you're having trouble with this. See? That's why you're just like stuck. You're stuck.
Really?
Don't be stuck.
What are you talking about? You're the only one I know that can tell me that only one type of force has a direction.
What does this have to do with this? Come on, formulate your question. Can I give you a card? Can I give you a card here? Thanks. Here. You can look that stuff up. Thank you. Really, formulate a good question.
Because centrifugal force you mentioned, and as I thought, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I'm listening. Go ahead. Here, can I give you a card, guys? Can I give you a card? You should look into this. Very interesting. Yeah, can I give you a card, sir?
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I gave him one. I think he's looking it up. Look, when I first heard about this, I said, this is crazy. I'm not looking into this. It's just nutty. It's religious nut stuff. But then I started studying it, and then everybody in the flat earth now who is a flat earther, they said that we didn't sleep for 3 weeks because we were just studying, looking into this. Because it can't possibly be true. We could not have been lied to our whole lives. And yet, this is what we come up with. And this is why I'm here on my birthday, because I love humanity and I don't want them to be lied to their whole lives.
Why does it matter if it's flat or not?
What does it matter? Do you believe in truth? Do you care about truth? Do you care if your future wife goes and cheats on you and you don't know if your kids are your own? Truth has to matter to you somewhere.
Right, okay, but like, so, here's my take on that. If the Earth's flat or not, or if it's round, how does that really affect me in my daily life?
Because it does.
How?
It does. Because it makes us not evolution, not part of evolution. Because if there is, look, if there is a flat surface, and if there is a dome over it, which we have lightning sprites, did you ever look at lightning sprites? They come off the dome. You'll see that. Then somebody had to put that together. Somebody, an ancient culture or something, had to do that.
Behind the science which you claim to
Okay, so satellite pictures, where do they get those from?
Well, we don't think there are any satellites up there. We think that it's all ground-based system. Even triangulation with the GPS is really ground positioning system, not global. So this is a totally different setup from what you are used to. If you look into this and just study it for a little bit, you will challenge your own thinking and you will be smarter for doing it. So even if you don't accept it, challenge your own thinking.
You mean self-reflection?
Well, no, scientific reflection. But that's a good one anyway.
Okay, so
Here, can I give you a card?
I have a challenge for you. I have a question.
All right, a good question? Good. I'm glad you came up with one. What is it? What is it?
It is.
Can I get, oh, I already talked to you.
It is exactly as if everybody is moving in the same direction at the same speed.
Okay.
Then is that looked upon as nobody's moving?
So I understand what you're saying. So if you're in a car, do you feel the wind? Right? That's what you're saying. Can I give you a card?
No, I'm saying.
Right?
No, I'm saying if
Here,
you're
look
in
it
a
up.
car and you're moving at 60 miles
It
an hour,
is.
shouldn't there be wind also moving in the car?
Okay. Do you see this?
Why would there be wind moving in the car? It's closed.
Here, did you get
Wait,
one?
so if you're going 60 miles per hour in your car, you have something and you drop it. Where does it go?
I'm not
Where does it
asking
go?
this as an I don't believe it.
Does it go
I'm
straight
saying
down or does
as
it go
a
with the wind?
example.
Did you ever see the video drone in an RV? That's fascinating. If the drone if the RV turns, the drone, they could hardly control it.
Yeah, it's because it's not connected to the
Yeah.
car. Because when you sit down in the car, you're moving with the car. I mean, like
Yeah.
something floating inside
Wait, so what's your
the
point?
car,
What's your
which is not
point? Just
technically-
because
Oh, I'll get it. I'm sorry.
stay still in one.
I'll look it up later.
Oh, brother, I'm one of you. I believe in a flat earth as well.
Hey, can I give you a card?
Wait, for the flat earthers, bro, so for this, it's not just like them hanging. Like you can see their.
There's two things.
No,
This-
but their face, like their fat is like floating
Yeah.
in their cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're
Yeah.
going through the same.
And the hair in one of these, I have a video of a model in the Vomit Comet. They call that the Vomit Comet. Your hair is like free flowing, but every time you see it in NASA, it's like doing straight up.
I don't.
Wait,
is that it?
Wait, hold on.
This is called the Vomit Comet.
Oh,
It's a hyperbolic plane.
Do you
When
think there's a flat earth or is it round?
this is
So you guys agree? So what do you?
when they're inside the ISS, they use the Vomit Comet for free flowing stuff, or they use harnesses, okay, and wires. But when they're on the outside doing a spacewalk, they use the tank. They're in a tank because we have bubbles in space.
Okay, I was just confused. It
Is
says
anyone here
inside
that believes in a
ISS.
flat earth?
Yeah, me.
Oh wait, so you believe in a flat earth? And
I think a couple kids are really
wait, so what
curious.
Are your points? What are your points in a flat earth?
I'd be happy to tell you. Okay, so on the front here of your card, you see the flat Earth map.
It's one of those
Thank
things
you.
that there are many
North Pole. All right.
somewhat probable, like somewhat
All right. Well, let me get my
decent
50
points,
cents
but they're
in.
not 100% there. There's always something, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of a lot
Okay.
of points, but all
So-
those points aren't 100%. Yeah, that's what she's trying to say, yo.
Okay, so good.
Right, so give me a point.
I'm glad you're in just in time. I'm going to go through.
Missing curvature. Wait, when you're.
I'm going to go through a couple points here.
Wait. If the Earth is missing curvature.
No, you can't ask a question until I give you my points.
I don't need questions.
Come on.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, ready?
Same thing.
First is a flat Earth map, and on the front of your card you see the flat Earth map. The
Well,
North
when did
Pole.
they make the map?
North Pole is in the center. This is from the Boston Library, 1745. It's in the Boston Library. It's called the Gleason's Azimuthal Equidistant Map.
Did you know back
The
then?
North Pole's in the center. Hold it. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. All these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know. There's a lot of ways they could have put it on here a lot of ways, and they didn't. Okay, so if there's a sphere, with 24,901 as the equator, there has to be a formula for how far out you go, how far down it drops. Okay? Okay, you have diarrhea of the mouth today, right? So we have to have a formula, right? Here's formula. This is formula right here. We get that with the Pythagorean theorem, okay? Coming up from the equator, right? And then calculate that.
Yeah, look, right on.
So,
she's right. She has all the stats right here.
Forget the Earth is flat theory.
So,
if the Earth is flat,
here we
how come
have.
the Big Bang created everything else in existence. Everything would have to expand out.
That's what you were taught when you saw this at 5 years old, and I'm telling you, it's wrong.
How's it wrong then?
Okay, so I'm telling you, I'm not going to debate. I'm just telling you that.
What you're here?
No, it's not a debate.
Wait, so what?
I'm telling you.
What are you here for then?
I'm telling you that this is the information that is different than what you were told. And that's what I'm telling you. And you have to decide for yourself what is correct.
The Earth is
Okay?
round.
You have to decide.
Wait, how do you explain gravity? Do you think that the Earth is just a big disc that's going up and
So, here's a curvature formula.
No, it's not.
We were not taught that the Earth was round because don't forget, before everything, when we were told the Earth was round, everybody believed that the Earth was flat and we were in the center of the universe.
But that's what you're told on the TV, and that's not correct. Here's the curvature formula. Let's not go there. Okay? Curvature formula says this is Chicago across Lake Michigan, 60 miles. It should be hidden under 1,700 feet of curvature, but it's not. And we had a guy go in a boat, and he went. Yeah, you can look it up.
At that point, if there's no curvature,
you have to decide for yourself. You have to decide for yourself, but you can't decide scientifically by rejecting evidence first. You have to at least look at the evidence. That's what a scientist does. Okay?
Yeah,
that's what a scientist does.
Wait. Why when you're chilling on the beach and you look out, you can't see the other side?
Question.
Okay, there's two reasons for that. Okay? First, there's perspective. There's perspective where the two planes come together. There's a vanishing line with perspective.
So if you got a microscope or
the other thing is, do you drive a car?
Yeah, I drive a car.
Okay, do you ever drive in the fog?
Yeah.
How far in front of you can you see? Not very far. So if you take that fog and stretch it out to wherever you want to see, you're still looking through the same amount of water, and through that distance it's occluded.
All right, that makes sense.
All right, so is there?
No, it makes the point.
The point makes sense. He's not accepting
not how
it.
it applies to the Earth.
Okay,
Look,
these
you
are.
can't see the other side because it's all the way on the other side and it wraps around.
I got 200 proofs here. All right, so if he accepts one thing, or anybody accepts one thing.
No, I didn't accept it. I said.
Well, you accept. Look,
things tend to vanish when they're really far away.
This is a perspective. You have to know that that's what perspective is.
We're getting nowhere at this point. Let's go somewhere else.
All right.
Gravity.
My biggest problem is 1/4.
How is gravity? Does it all just go towards mass, or is it that Earth is a big disc, big circle?
Okay, we do not believe in. We do not accept gravity.
So
all right, I'm going to tell you
drop
something.
a freaking bowling ball in your head, and then you tell me that gravity's not real.
I accept.
Why does this go down?
Okay, I accept that things fall. I accept that things fall.
But because
okay.
Earth is going up, right?
But I do not accept that it's being pulled to the center of a spinning ball. That's the difference.
What I missed so far?
Okay, wait a minute.
No, it doesn't get pulled to the center of a spinning ball. It gets pulled to wherever the most mass is.
Tell me about
yeah, you're right. I have a ball in my bag. Let me spin it. No shit, we're all not going to go.
Yeah,
right towards buoyancy forces.
Buoyancy
I'll stay out here all
and
day. I'll just destroy you in every single.
There's another one: buoyancy and density.
It's a good thing that this cause doesn't
So,
really like hurt anyone.
now,
like,
now listen.
It's not like it was crazy. Huh?
I will tell you what I
Some people down.
what I think it is instead of gravity. I think it's diamagnetism. Right here. Diamagnetism. Does anybody know what that is?
I know what that is.
Okay. I know it's real.
You tell us what it is.
Okay, diamagnetism. I believe we live in a torus field where it comes up out of the North Pole. You know we have free-flowing electricity, right? You do know that.
Yeah,
you looked into Tesla? Okay.
Static electricity is what you.
So, electricity comes up out of the North Pole. It excites the elements in the lower atmosphere. That's why we have the aurora borealis. Then it continues up and around. It comes up and around, and it goes around, and there is a dome, which I have further proof of. Okay.
If there's a dome, then the Earth is not flat.
So it goes through.
Around where?
It goes through the sun, which is a positively charged filament. It's not a ball of burning glasses. The moon is a negatively charged filament. That's my personal theory for this explanation. Okay? But that's why. That's what we think it is, a torus field, and the diamagnetism.
Gravity, you can't burn shit.
Diamagnetism is pushing us down, not pulling.
What is it? No, gravity holds everything together. What's the point you're trying to make? Gravity creates friction as well. What is the point you're trying to make?
The Earth is a flat plane. It's a flat plane, not a spinning ball.
But then what? We have proof though.
But then what?
But then what?
No, like if there wasn't gravity,
When people say
no atoms would hold anything together.
If there's a flat plane, then it changes things, guys.
then why are we held down to it?
Wait, but did you tell me
But
that
it's
the
going
Earth
up,
has a
right?
dome
And we're just
now?
held down to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost if you're in an
But domes
elevator
are
and it goes up, you almost feel heavier.
Right?
Yeah. Wait. What
Here
happens
we
when you go to
go.
the edge?
That is false, sir. That picture is false.
Here you go. Take one of these. Get smart. Here, take a card.
She also believes in a circle. The thing is, it's a sphere, not a circle. Yeah, you should hear this. I've been
Well, look it up. So does anybody have an intelligent question?
What's that for?
Yeah.
You want someone
That's
down?
why we could pick our feet off the ground.
No, you have to look.
I don't want it.
Oh,
I have a question.
fine.
Wait, so if gravity's not real.
So, all right, I'm not going into outer space. I don't believe there is one.
Really? Wait, so
Wait, then what's the night
we're the ones
sky?
planning this.
Then what's the night sky?
Okay? Walt Disney.
Trolling all you guys.
Listen, Walt Disney was on the first board of NASA. They wanted somebody who could produce fake images. All the images that you get from outer space have to be called images because they are computer generated.
Can somebody explain to me that when I use it
The horizon,
images, I look out there.
the horizon is at your eye level, always. No matter how high you go.
I'm still stuck on the point. So if you're at the beach and you look way on the ocean, why don't you see the other side?
this theory
There's curvature.
where this like kind of like Pac-Man, where it's like this interdimensional portal where if you go like either way, you just transfer the other way.
Yeah,
like
what happens when you go to the other side?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's something.
gotta
That's something
research
I-
Is that the sun they're talking about?
ideas.
We think the sun is low, like 9.3 miles above the surface. And it's small. And it goes around.
She doesn't know what to argue about.
Goes around.
This is something that everyone can talk about.
Is the sun similar to a light bulb, or is it similar to?
I think it is a filament. That's my personal opinion.
Since everything
I'm sorry, I
has a
don't know what a
vanishing point,
filament is.
It's like in a light bulb.
like there's no panning.
It's like in a light bulb.
But with a light bulb, they have normally
if you
they
use
have
a
a light
fucking
bulb
regular
in the
camera, there's a
middle room. It light normally, if there's nothing blocking it, it would light up the whole room.
Yeah, but this is bigger than a room. This is 8,000 miles across, this plane.
Yeah, but
So, yeah.
It can be explained by a flat Earth.
So this is 8,000 miles across the plane.
They'll say like, oh, what about
it gets hot.
Everybody get one?
The center of the earth is molten lava. What happens when you dig down?
We've only gone 8 miles.
And it gets really hot.
You don't know that.
If I don't know that, I think it's safe to say you don't know any of these like statistics.
All right.
Is it not true that when we dig really far down, the further we get, the hotter it gets?
I don't know that.
All right, well, you got to research that along with your previous
So
point.
8 miles to 4,000 to the center, that's enough for you?
Huh?
That's enough for you.
The center of what? The Earth?
The center of the so-called globe, 24,901 divided by 3.14 or 0.318. Do you guys know 0.318? Do you know that one?
That's irrelevant. We don't know, like,
yeah, look that up.
I've got a question about diagram 143.
That's right on NASA's website. Look at that. That's right on their website. You look it up.
You do know that this is from far away.
This is what we're talking about, ma'am. I'm sorry. You can have one. Yes, you may. Look on the back. The curvature formula is there. Curvature formula. Come on. Go ahead, look it up. You can look it up yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. You got a big back there. Oh, sure. Sure. I'm on the website, but also good information if you type in the /begin. Go ahead, question.
Why do you think that we've been taught, I guess?
Because lied to? Because if they can get us to deny our senses and just obey without question, then they have total control over us.
Okay.
And that's what they want.
Why would they lie about space or any of this?
Because they don't want us to know what they're doing here on the planet, on the Earth, the plane. What?
Berenstain or Bernstein?
I don't know. That's a Mandela effect. You certainly can.
Thank you.
I don't know. That's not my thing.
At least we know about that.